Welcome everyone to the 2024 ALHS Band Concert. I'm very excited to introduce to you to a very special student here with us tonight, Rowan Schmidt. Rowan Schmidt is a junior here at ALHS and is going to be our lead flute player for tonight. Now before we get started and before I bring him out here, I would like to open his music book and take a couple important notes about Rowan tonight. We are going to learn about his family and friends, his hobbies and interests, and lastly, we are going to learn about his goals and his plans for the future. Now, before I get started, this is just a quick reminder to silence your cell phones, sit back, relax, and learn about Rowan with me. First, I would like to acknowledge the fans that Rowan has in his crowd for him here tonight. First, let's start off with his family of four. We have his mom, Carrie, his dad, Matt, his sister, Sydney, and lastly, if we allowed pets in the auditorium, his cat, Luna, would be here for him as well. Now, these next fans are in fact not in the crowd, but up on stage here with Rowan tonight. Let's start off with his couple of friends that are on stage playing with Rowan tonight. We have Nick and Matthew, Dylan, and lastly, Drake. Now this last fan could sadly not make it here tonight, but would be cheering him on in the crowd. We have Cole. Now, when Rowan and his friends aren't on stage or watching and cheering from the crowd, you can catch them going for a nice drive and just enjoying each other's company. Now, if they aren't going for a drive, you can catch them going for a nice meal here and there as well. Next, we're going to talk about Rowan's favorite hobby and what he does off stage. A very big and important part in Rowan's life is music. Now, even though he plays music, you can also find him writing music at home if he's not hanging out with his friends or on the stage. Now, his main instrument is the flute, but you can also catch him learning the saxophone and percussion. So not only does he practice, he also practices with other things besides his main instrument. Now, next, if he's not on the court, or if he's not playing an instrument or practicing it or writing about music, you can catch him on the tennis court. Rowan started tennis as a recent hobby to do with his friends so he could get something new under his belt. So you can catch him on the tennis court even though music is his passion and most profound talent. Next, we are going to talk about Rowan's future goals and plans. Rowan plans on going to college after high school, so even though he still has over a year left here at AL, he already has his future almost fully finalized. He plans on going to UNI because they have one of the best music and arts programs around, and he says that UNI has been his main dream for a while. After college, he plans on living a very simple life and hoping to be very successful in music. Now, if he's not successful in music, any field will do, he says. And lastly, he says he will most likely be staying in Iowa, but would like to travel to Canada as a small adventure. I would like to thank you all for joining me here tonight and opening Rowan's music book with me. Now, before we bring him on out here, let's review the notes that we have learned about Rowan. He has great support, whether that be on or off the stage for him. He has very big hobbies and interests, but one of his main ones is music, but you can always find him learning and trying something new. And lastly, he has very big goals and plans for the future and has taken the correct steps to get him where he needs to go. Thank you for joining me, and please welcome to the stage, Rowan Schmidt.